Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Neuvillette listener by me. So let's get into it. Neuvillette never really expected to see this, but perhaps some things were bound to happen, being unexpected and unwelcomed. He really didn't want this to happen at all, and it terrified him when he saw it. Despite being a literal dragon and having lived for centuries, seeing you injured on the ground, the fact that he had found you due to a complete coincidence. So many possibilities just ran through his head, and he had no idea how to deal with this. Wayan, Wayan, are you awake? He asked you in desperation, holding you in his arms and trying his best to wake you up. He has never been so afraid in his entire life. He has never felt so real and raw of a fear, and right now, he could be losing you any moment. He had power over the primordial sea, and maybe he could use it to heal you, which is what he did in that desperate moment. He tried his best to heal you, to make sure that the blood was flowing in your veins, to heal away your injuries. You seemed to be in a coma, so I wasn't sure if what he was doing would be effective in any manner, but he would do his best to help you either way. He didn't know if it would be effective, but he would try his best. It was the only thing he could do right now. And when he took you home, he didn't realize that his hands were trembling as he carried you. He immediately got in contact with Cedrine and told her to check up on you. There wasn't much that he could do after what happened. After all, he was not really a doctor, so he could not know what was going on and what was your current state. He had healed you, yes, but you were still passed out, and he didn't know when you would be waking up, and that is something he could not just stay with and wait out. So when Cedrine came back with him, it was a little bit anxious. Even she noticed. Monsieur Neuvillette, could you please just calm down? I'm sure Ryan will be alright. I can tell, she said, as she began to just check up on you, getting out her tools, as it rained outside. And after 5 minutes, she turned towards him with a smile. See, I promise you, she'll be just fine. She'll be walking and waking up in no time. She simply needs a day or two, and she will wake up on her own. Just make sure she eats well. You've done a great job healing her, she said. And although Neuvillette is quite hesitant to believe that, he's quite hesitant to believe anything about himself, he tries his best to trust in her words. If you say so, Cedrine, I appreciate your help. If I need you to come again, may I call for you? I know you have a lot to deal with at the fortress, but I am quite worried about Ryan. That's understandable, Monsieur Neuvillette. I'll make sure to come check upon her, but if anything arises, feel free to just get me. Anyway, I shall be getting back now. His Grace must be waiting for me, but I'm always available to help. I'll see you soon, she said, waving at him and leaving. And Neuvillette got to work. He made you soup, and he liked soup, actually. He was a fan of that. And sautéed vegetables, along with the soup. It was something that she had suggested for you, something that would be easy on the stomach after you woke up. And once he was done, he felt rather empty and worried. He trusted Cedrine, though, so he knew that eventually you would be waking up and everything would be fine, whether he was feeling it or not. So he took to sitting next to you and holding one of the mini books that you had in his hands and reading it out aloud. It was a way to feel a little bit comforted, like he was still with you and reading you a story to help you sleep. He could tell himself that enough, and it was comforting a little bit. Enough to make the rain a little bit less heavy. And soon he had fallen asleep until it was morning, and he had to wake up again. It was the first time that he had asked for a vacation, and delaying trials as well. But it was a necessary thing. Taking care of you came first, after all. And after he was back from the Palais, having gone there for only 10 minutes to tell them that he shall be taking the day off, and maybe more days if you need him, he had gone back to you and held your hand gently. Lion, I truly apologize. I'm sorry I didn't come in time. I couldn't take care of you properly, he said, kissing your palm gently. And that was when your hand moved and your eyes fluttered open. Neuvillette? You looked at him, tired, but a bit shocked. Something felt wrong about all of this. You were still trying to be aware of your surroundings and what was going on. But seeing as you were laying in your own home, there was not much to worry about. Meanwhile, Neuvillette just wanted to wrap his arms around you and cry, but he could not really effectively do that. He felt so relieved that you were okay, so he held you, kissing your face gently. I'm so relieved, Mayan. I'm truly sorry. I mean it with all my heart. You've been hurt, and I was not able to protect you. Neuvillette, please, just calm down. I am perfectly fine, and whatever happened, it really was not your fault. Without you, I don't know what would have happened to me. It's because of you I'm okay now. Alright? Please don't think so badly about yourself. You saved me, Neuvillette. And that's better than anything I could have ever asked for. You tell him, and you hug him tightly as he holds you in his arms, like you're the most precious person to ever exist. And to him, you may as well be. He was happy and relieved, but he will find out who did this to you, and he will make sure they face justice and punishment for their crimes. But right now, as you're okay, taking care of you, of course, would always come first.